Just hold on a sec. Okay, go for it.
Welcome to A Campus Affair. My name is Nicola Baker and I will be joined by Erin Gillen, Renee Dunning, Felicity Boyd, Megan Patton and Tess Smith. Tonight we'll be looking at access to justice issues facing older persons. Did you know that research by the Elder Abuse Prevention Unit indicates that over the next 50 years, persons over 65 are predicted to make up 1/4 of the nation's population. The abuse and exploitation of older persons is therefore a significant concern. We implore you to assist in protecting the elderly by getting involved. Our poster that you just saw has been designed with the aim of raising awareness about financial exploitation of older persons. It focuses on access to justice issues in situations where older persons have suffered financial abuse at the hands of their attorney under an enduring power of attorney. Megan will explain the design behind our poster.
Thank you, Nicola. Designing our poster was a challenge. We originally agreed to design our poster to look like the Financial Times newspaper, as we felt a newspaper would appeal to the elderly and provide an appropriate theme for our topic of financial elder abuse. However, upon attempting multiple drafts, we were unable to make the poster visually appealing, as the newspaper design meant an overwhelming amount of text. We all agreed that we needed a new design. The final design of our poster came about when considering the extent to which financial elder abuse is costing elderly Queenslanders. The idea behind the design is that the empty wallet belongs to the elder suffering from financial abuse, and the notes are falling from the wallet and being grabbed by the hands of the abusers. The heading, "How much is it costing you?" was designed to grab attention and evoke thought about the cost of financial elder abuse, and the statistic that follows the heading adds emphasis to the significant cost. The banner at the bottom of the poster was designed purple with a purple ribbon, as purple is the colour used to signify elder abuse awareness. The pie graph showing the percentage of financial elder abuse was designed green, as the statistic is from the Elder Abuse Prevention Unit, EAPU, and green is the colour of the EAPU website. I'll now pass over to Erin, who will explain elder abuse.
Thanks, Megan. As a group, choosing the topic of elder abuse proved to be our easiest decision. After starting our research, we realised that elder abuse is a large and diverse problem, with elderly Australians suffering from psychological, physical, sexual, social and financial abuse. After our initial research, we decided to narrow the focus to financial elder abuse, allowing our poster to cover one topic in depth. Financial abuse is the improper or illegal use of an older person's finances. Some examples are the denial of control over personal finances, false changes to a will or other legal document, and misappropriation of money, property or valuables. Financial abuse of elderly Australians is on the rise. Of the elder abuse cases reported to the EAPU in the 2011-2012 financial year, financial abuse was reported in 66% of the victims. Alarmingly, our research highlighted an increasing number of financial elder abuse cases where the alleged abuser was acting under a power of attorney. One case we looked at closely but decided not to use on our final poster because of space constraints, Crown against Naidu, dealt with a woman acting under a power of attorney to defraud an elderly man of more than $370,000. I'll now pass over to Felicity, who will explain powers of attorney and enduring powers of attorney in more detail.
Thanks, Erin. As a group, we were unanimous that understanding powers of attorney and administration were going to be vital to any information we had in relation to elder financial abuse. Initially, the power of attorney section was written to answer and explain the common concerns, such as what is a power of attorney and what is the difference between an enduring power of attorney and a general power of attorney. What are the duties of an attorney? Can an enduring power of attorney end, and how will it end? The link between elder financial abuse and powers of attorney, the limitations and remedies for misuse of powers of attorney, and relevant legislation covering powers of attorney and administration. While much of the specific information was required to be deleted due to space constraints that limited each group member, The important sections were retained and included in the poster succinctly. A lot of the legislative information is readily available on the Department of Justice and Attorney General Queensland Government website, but explained in our poster more specifically to elder financial abuse as opposed to being general information. It would have been good to include information that summarised the pros and cons of having a power of attorney document, as our poster may only show them in a negative light. As the poster directs concerned people to the Elder Abuse Hotline and the Caxton Legal Centre, the limited information that a poster can provide is maximised with helpful external resources available to them. The link to the Queensland Government Actors One campaign website, which aims to raise awareness to domestic and family abuse, was also included in the poster as an external resource. While the information provided on this website is currently limited, we're hopeful that directing people towards this campaign will raise enough awareness to continue the campaign and encourage further information and support. Over to Renee.
Thanks, Felicity. Access to justice information in this poster includes both a comprehensive definition of access to justice and access to justice problems relating to enduring power of attorneys, or EPAs. We felt a definition of access to justice that was both thorough and easy to understand was needed. We chose one from Attorney General's office as it was simple, informative, and could be linked to QCAT, which is relevant to enduring power of attorneys. We tried to present the access to justice problems relating to EPAs in a way that was not too negative for those reading the poster. This was hard for several reasons. Firstly, power of attorneys, or POA, in Queensland are not currently subject to mandatory registration, except for property, which can lead to misuse. And although incentives for those who report abuse do exist, like whistleblower protection, this incentive is not effective, as breach must have occurred for this protection to be available. Secondly, there is no requirement to report suspicions of elder abuse outside the aged care setting, which makes it easy for attorneys to misuse their power, especially in the absence of compulsory reporting and supervision. And finally, for remedies, there is no specific criminal offence for elder abuse, and victims may be unable, due to incapacity or the cost of litigation, or unwilling, like Smith and Clegg, due to incapacity. Majority of abusers are family or friend to report abuse. This means, Over to Tess.
Thanks, Renee. Now, administration can be an alternative to a financial enduring power of attorney for those who do not have the capacity to sign an EPA document. A person who is suffering elder abuse can be assisted to make an application to QCAT, or someone else can make the application on their behalf. As we mentioned in the poster, administrators are responsible for the ongoing day-to-day management of a represented person's finances in terms of providing them with a living allowance for their daily needs, paying bills, lodging tax returns, paying and collecting debts. Victims of elder abuse may have encountered legal issues before an administrator is appointed. Administrators are empowered to investigate these matters and take legal action on the elderly person's behalf. This might include recovering misappropriated funds or pursuing the unfair or unjust transfer of assets like a house. We felt that the Guardianship and Administration Act for Queensland was a very important piece of legislation to refer to in our poster. Our poster's focus was on the financial elder abuse, the elderly experience, so we didn't touch on the guardianship aspects of the Act. The Office of the Public Guardian can investigate allegations of abuse, neglect or exploitation of adults with impaired capacity, including the elderly. So the Office of the Public Guardian is a very important player in the identification and management of elder abuse. In closing, we would like to state that there are many reasons for elder abuse. In some instances, perpetrators of elder abuse are not even aware that what they're doing is wrong. We need to bring greater awareness to the community about the impact of elder abuse on our elderly and the potential legal actions against their abusers. Doing this can only create better outcomes in access to justice for some of the most vulnerable members of our community. Thank you.